There we go. Now it's fixed. Hi, VOD watchers. How do? How is you? I wanted to test a new streaming strategy of playing games a little more naturally. I noticed with Tears of the Kingdom, and it's been bugging me, that I kinda did play the game a little different just because I liked the game so much. I really wanted to catch every reaction on stream, so I didn't do a lot of stuff in the order that I would have normally. And I very much tried to follow the story that I thought was intended to happen, and I feel like I missed out on a lot of cool stuff because I misspelled the title. Motherfucker. Ugh. Well. Oh well. I'll just make a note. Fixed title. Maybe I'll remember that in 2 months. What was I saying? Yeah, I didn't really play the game in the order that I think I would have if I had just played it by myself, like I did Breath of the Wild. I think that lost me out on some things that I would have enjoyed. That's partially why I think I enjoyed the depths so much, is because I just did it all off camera, so I just did it how I would have off stream. So I would like to practice trying to play games without really worrying about the content so much, or like getting all my reactions and stuff like that. Because like I keep my streams for posterity for the most part, so like I like to do all the important stuff on camera. I think I want to practice. I think I stink with more than rink. Anyway, I think I want to try doing it just a bit more naturally, and Noida's probably a game I want to practice with that. Okay, my browser apparently has started dying. That's not great. Oh, it's back. Okay. Ignore the tab that has Murphy's Law. I just edited the end stream unluck to a joke that will only make sense in the current like media verse, the current zeitgeist, and with Undead Unluck being an amazing anime, and that's the only time that that joke will make sense. And in the future, when we look at this, it's not going to make any sense. But luckily, being the smart little content creator I am, I future-proofed it by calling it something that makes sense. End stream unluck. That does make sense as just by itself. But it's way better if you actually know the anime. Oh well. It's one of the rare animes that I've actually watched in like the last 2 years. I've watched that and One Piece. I don't watch much anime. I'd like to watch more. I think My Hero might be in there. Has it been 2? Yeah, I've watched My Hero within the 2 years, barely. Barely. But I did. What was I talking about? Yeah, that joke is fun. Yeah, so I just edited that, and it hurts. It still hurts. Not quite as much, but real close. That hurt. Anyway, yeah. End stream unluck 2 poker face problems or something. I don't remember. It was good. Good though. Painful. Real painful. I'm glad I got it because it was expiring today. Well, technically in the next 24 hours because Twitch, for some reason, just tells you expiring in 0 days instead of giving you like hours or minutes when a video is going to expire from your media log. Thanks for that. I've lost no less than 3 streams because it said expiring in 1 day, and then it immediately just deleted itself because they've messed up the timing on it. And so now it just says expiring 0 days when it's about to expire, and you have no idea when. Great. Thanks for that. I didn't get to highlight one of the recent streams because of that. I have all the marks for it, so I could edit it manually, but that would take several hours. And in the next 2 days, I have to edit like 6 streams. So that's probably not going to happen, ever. Just like the other one that I lost, which I'm probably not going to edit forever. And actually, just like the first stream I tried to ever upload to Twitch is a stream, I think, where I had a bad experience with nines. And it said that it had 1 day left, and then it just deleted itself. So that was going to be the first stream I ever uploaded. Never got to upload it. Isn't that funny? So it's lost forever, probably for the best. But that was the start of my YouTube career. A little bit of lore for you here. First ever video I tried to upload to the VODs channel, lost it because it said I had 1 day left, and then it just deleted itself because Twitch refuses to tell you down to the hour what day it's going to delete. And the best theory I can come up with is that it is an exact timer of, like 2 months down to the minute. So when you start streaming, the clock starts ticking. And so, if you just start streaming at random times like I do, you have no idea when it is just going to delete itself off the face of the earth. Which sucks horrendously. And I'm sure they store what hour you did start streaming. I'm sure they do. But for some reason, nothing in the video producer will tell you when that was. So you just kind of have to hope you make it. I don't know how many other streamers wait until, there's 2 days left to edit their streams, but I'm busy, alright? Can you tell? I haven't streamed here for, 2 weeks. I'm only streaming now because it's a React stream, and it's probably not going to take very long. I say having talked for 8 minutes before it even started. Normally you get this kind of waiting when you wait for the stream on time. Like a good streamer. Not 3 days after it. When did this come out? 1 day. All right. Well, I'm not that late. Not 1 day after. To be fair, the only reason I'm not that late is because Wooly, the Risk of Rain. Well, he's not really a Risk of Rain YouTuber anymore, / streamer. He's not really a Risk of Rain streamer anymore. He plays a lot of other things. If anything, he's more of a... What's the genre of Diablo? Dungeon looter? Dungeon crawler? Go with dungeon crawler. He's much more of a dungeon crawler and roguelite player now, but I guess Risk of Rain was already a roguelite. So, not much of a change. Still good. What was I talking about? Right, there's a thing. Alright. After all that, now I have to make a mark start of the React, because that took 8 minutes that I'm gonna have to cut out of the VOD. Great. More work for myself. Whatever. This thing is 3 minutes long. It's not gonna take very long. Maybe I'll play Noida. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it, because the first experiment I want to do is to compare how I play naturally after I show my first reaction, because old habits die hard, I suppose. And also because I do still want my reactions on camera. I'm debating between I'm going to go on a tangent again. I'm debating between 2 different forms of playing naturally. One is to just play the whole game on stream, no exceptions, and just bore you all to tears. And I'm fine with that, but I would like to find a middle ground somewhere. That would be nice, because I'm definitely not getting an editor. That's not happening. And the alternative I was thinking is not really fully fleshed out yet. But I'd assumed that what I could do is kind of sort of hopscotch between... That's not really the right word, but whatever. I could just kind of hopscotch between playing on stream and off stream and get a feel for how I play a game off stream, and then just do that on stream. Just catering to content a little bit. Ooh. I'm gonna watch that. Not on stream, obviously, but I'm gonna watch this. Gonna watch this too! Oh boy. Why does that look like the Dead Cells character? And I love that. Am I about to be spoiled? Did I just get spoiled? I'm hype! I don't mind being spoiled if I'm on stream, because that's basically no different than not being spoiled. Hey! Alright. React start. Now React actually starts. Can you tell I haven't streamed in a while? I may have turned on OBS correctly. Did I turn on OBS correctly? Can you hear the game? Oh shoot.
2024.
Not much of a fan of card builders. Why is that skeleton so flamboyant? Bam. Bam! Smash. It's all bones? Well, so am I after that. Just random side thing. Well, it may not be a Nintendo Direct, and it may not be E3, but I think we all know that in the spirit of video games and video game trailers, farming game, drink! Refreshing. I love a tall glass of water at midnight. I'm just saying we keep up the tradition. Who's with me? Who's with me, right? Survival game, farming game, random JRPG. And apparently Creature Collector is going to be on that list soon. I can't remember the other ones. I have it written down, but I don't care enough because it's an indie showcase. What are the odds that we get another farming or survival game, right?
Most open-ended and fun sandbox experience ever. And evolve
Ever?
the ultimate freedom of choice that made
Pet
the
the dog,
game
ride the dog.
content.
That's sick.
In Streets
Don't
of
quote
Rogue 2,
that.
your
Flee his fierce fire.
Wrecked. New torture chamber open. Hey guys, fellas, new torture chamber just dropped.